Well, it's officially done. I don't want it anymore. It actually rides around pretty low drag on one motor. It seems like a lot, but the freewheel is pretty good when you're going. Not that draggy. However, when I turn it down to 30 amps, it underperforms what the direct drive hub motor does, which is really, really surprising to me. In my memory, when I had it hooked up on the other side, it was a direct. No, it was the same setup here, a little smaller to that, to the jack shaft, to a small pulley, to a giant pulley with a big belt. Gear ratio was roughly the same. I calculated it all. It was actually a little faster on that setup. Man, I remember it being able to almost climb my hill on 30 amps, but I must be crazy because 30 amps right now is doing almost nothing at lower RPMs. It's weak. It's really weak. So, yeah, my goal was efficiency, more runtime with more torque, and it's a failure, but still, I mean, it's the way things go. Sometimes I don't understand, really. It's pretty sad, but oh well, I did it. One thing I'd say anybody trying to do this, or anything like this, adapting sprockets, this was not drilled for the standard disc brake, and so I 3D printed a template, basically a drill guide, but I should have used it as a less of a drill guide and more as a punch guide. And then once I got done, I had to scoot it over. It was too far to the left, which meant grinding, which meant me in a hurry doing a really ugly job, which doesn't really matter. But because I drilled instead of center punching and drilling, I'm off quite a bit, which leads to this differing chain tension, really tight, not so tight. Yeah, the whole thing needs to come back that way, just a tiny bit. And I guess you could loosen them up, just kind of tension and spin it around. Maybe drill the holes a little bigger and let it just drag its way with the bolts semi-tight and find its happy place. But yeah, there's so much rigging already going on here. These dropouts were filed out massively to fit that Chinese hub motor, and they drop in straight on the hub motor, but they drop in like crap on this. I have to put triangle wedges I printed on both there and there just to get it to hold the wheel semi-square, but I don't think it never works on camera. So it's pretty square-ish in those two triangles. However, this way, the vertical I don't think is that great. When I do my chain alignment from the rear sprocket to that front, when nothing was in the way and I could get a nice high measurement here and a nice low measurement here instead of having to come towards the middle, it was more obvious because obviously it's more pronounced the further out you get. And I was not really keen on how great the alignment was, but I had clamped it in. It was pretty hard just to get it there, and that was enough. I was done. Yeah. Back to the hub motor. It weighs a ton, and it's all in the back, which I don't like. But yeah, I guess I'll keep this. Blinking red is nothing bad. It's just warning me the battery is low, I believe. Yep. Anybody need some pulleys and belts? I'll make you a deal.